Noisy, 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 noise. Greetings. Welcome to Thursday. Sorry about last week. Came down with a little cold. Only had it 2.5 days though. We're back. This is the final Thursday therapy stream of this kind for 2024, and really the final of its kind because I'm going to be adding a few things to the stream experience coming in 2025. But yeah, we have like a lot to do, a lot to talk about. We have like 2 weeks worth of stuff to talk about because I couldn't stream last Thursday. We're going to get right to these comments, but just wanted to go through the standard welcome to Thursday. We do this most Thursdays from my home here in Raleigh. I stream live. I give you some kind of Thursday therapeutic things to grasp onto, hopefully, at the end of the week. And hopefully all your troubles will melt away. At least for this little bit of time we're together, we can invent other troubles based on music, art, cats, and rock and roll. So let me find my mouse. Here it is, and let me scroll up here and see who was first in the chat. And guess who it was? It was Truth Seeker. Amina, you got it. You're first. That means Amina's name goes into a drawing for prizes that are going to be drawn January 2nd, next Thursday. And also, whoever is the last to post in my live stream chat today gets a ticket in the raffle as well. There'll be 2 prizes drawn January 2nd, one for who's first in the chat, one for who's last. Lots of names are going to be in these things, and I'm going to announce a bit of each of the prizes. There's prize packages for each of those winners. I'm going to announce one thing from each prize package today. You'll find out the rest on January 2nd. But lots to go over. Amina, thank you for being here as always. Thanks for your support. I did send your package out. Not sure if you got it yet. Jeff Young is second. He is first a lot of times. But hi, Jeff. I've known Jeff for a long time. Thanks for coming, Jeff. We appreciate it. Thanks, Jeff. This is actually the second time. Okay, yes, you guys are talking about being first. Record Man, Dave, thank you for your support, especially over there on the old eBays. Thank you, buddy. Record Man, Dave, always a pleasure. Burnbot TV, I'm glad to see you. Nice to see you. Max Mars is back. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well, my friend. Thanks for being here, Max. Good to see you. Douglas, Pink Circle White D. Merry Christmas. Thank you, buddy. Thanks to you. Thanks, and same to you. Max the Hat, what's up? Good to see you, of course, as always. Welcome to Thursday. Groovy Lisa, not first, but hello. It's always good to say hello. Don't need to be first to do that, Groovy. Thanks for being here. Burnbot says, bro, I forgot the stream was going live. I was messing with my Metallica stems. Metallica stems. That's way over my head, but it sounds delicious. Hi, all just on the road. You're on the road driving. Well, if you're still here 5 minutes after you posted that, be careful. Thomas Doyle, season's greetings. Thank you, buddy. We have a little bit of Christmas leftover stuff to go over here. I know it's past us now, but it's still kind of the Christmas vacation, isn't it? Heck far, howdy, y'all. Good to see you again. I've been in Thailand. I know I saw those pictures, Mike. That's crazy. Heck far, welcome. And Heck far, our friends, the Soap Girls, released a new video today. I'll get into that in a minute. But good to see you. And Burnbot, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Now, let me go over and make sure this screen's all working properly here. Excellent. Oh, and by the way, don't forget that little thumbs up button thing, that like button, that helps us here at the channel. If that gets a certain amount of likes per stream, then the algorithms of YouTube, the gods of YouTube, they decide to share my stream with other people who may be like-minded and severely damaged genetically, like I am. We are. So it's nice to have our streams meet other people, because I really, for more than anything, I do this to meet people, because I've met a lot of cool people doing this, and who are going to be friends forever. So that's why we do it. So if you click that thumb, it helps us make friends. That's all. Butter knives. Making dinner right now. Butter knives, I need some dinner. I just had a few corn chips for dinner. Butter knives. Butter knives, always good to see you. You and your creative bunch. Your prolifically creative bunch. You know I love you, and I will be with you in a moment. But thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Come back later if you can. Butter knives, no sweat. No sweat. But you better be here next Thursday because that's a big one. Butter knives. Next Thursday is really big, you guys, because I've really been trying to spruce up the old live streams here. I'm going to try to do that in 2025. And also, there's some new rules. I don't want to call them rules. There's some new opportunities, more ways for you to get raffle tickets into the raffle, into the drawing at the end of the year. More than just being first or last in the chat. There are other ways they're going to be able to do that next year. And I think I'll start that whole process next Thursday is when we'll start the new rules in full effect. But I will mention them tonight. But we will be going by the old rules today. So the new rules are my goal for next year is to make the prize packages bigger and better. They're pretty good sized. They have some good stuff in them this year. But next year, my aim is to have maybe even more than one sponsor. Our sponsor this year is Futurismo Records in the UK. But anyway, the goal is to make the prize packages at the end of the year very big and nice and cool. So I figured there's got to be a way to make other people get involved rather than trying to be first or last in the chat, which is very challenging, as you guys know. Now, there's still going to be that method. You can still be first or last in any of my live streams in 2025, and you will get your name in a hat. And it's probably going to be just one big hat, and I just pull multiple prizes out of the same hat. Now, there's other ways you can get these raffle tickets, and I know we're going to get to the other parts of the show really soon here, but I want to make sure I mention this right off the bat. Some new stuff for 2025. So in addition to first and last side chat comments, getting a ticket, you can also, if you comment on one of my videos or one of my live streams, if you make a comment after the fact, after I post it, and I pin your comment to the top of everybody else's comments, that will equal a raffle ticket for you. Also, if you make a donation, if you make a dono, a side chat dono, a super chat, as they call it, for between $0 and $1 and $9, I guess, you'd get a raffle ticket. Anywhere $10 to $20, 2 raffle tickets. Well, actually, $10 to $19.99, 2 raffle tickets. $20 to $29.99. Every $10 you donate, basically, you get 2 raffle tickets for the whole year. So anybody who makes donations in 2025, along with your donation being very much appreciated by me and helping the channel, and helping the cats here, you'll get some tickets and you'll get more names and more chances to win stuff. I'll also be making up other ways to give you raffle tickets throughout the year. Like, for instance, maybe one night I'll be really jonesing to have noise happen. So I'll say anybody who joins me for noise gets 1 or 2 tickets in the raffle at the end of the year. Whatever the case, I'm going to be using those raffle ticket opportunities as kind of currency with you guys to throw stuff in the fire, make the fire burn brighter on the streams. You know what I mean? So these are some of the things that are going on, and I will make a little graphic that I can play during the stream next Thursday that will remind you of all these new tiers of. But it's pretty easy. $10 and up, it's 2 raffle tickets for every $10 donated. So, like for instance, Deadwax, our friend Deadwax, gave a super chat of like $50 a couple of streams ago. That would have been at least 5 raffle tickets. So that would have helped him a lot. And like I said, bigger prizes, more sponsors next year. So I do have my old friend, and he's almost as old as me. He's somebody that I've known since I was a little boy, little child, and he's probably my longest, the friend I've had for the longest, who I'm still very actively friends with, for sure. And he's stuck in Ohio by his own hand, and I don't know why, but he's been there all his life. So we're going to bring him on and make sure I got everybody here in the chat. I just want to say hi, butter knives. Okay, cool. Got him. Tim Nolan, everybody, from the depths of Ohio.
Hello.
Hiya, buddy.
How's it going, everybody?
You have a little technical difficulty today. You're streaming from your phone, right?
Yes, that's what I was just going to say. I have to apologize, but my internet is out. and we're gonna try to wing it with the phone. And Mike, while I was waiting, like right after we paused, just before the start, it overheated, and so everything just went black, and then it just popped back on, and so I think it went back to where we were previously because I literally put it on ice.
Tim has horrible. I mean, my friends think I have bad luck with technology. Tim has the worst luck, not just with technology, with lots of things like that. And but we
technology here, like our internet, we both have same type of internet.
You don't know that. I have not seen your bill yet. You can't say.
But okay, so we both have AT&T fiber, and
Tim has fiber.
His does not go out, and mine does very regular.
I don't think fiber should go out like that, but we're going to find out. We're going to get to the bottom of that, Tim, before next Thursday, because next Thursday you got to have your internet on point.
Oh, I got to have it on tomorrow, man.
So I'm going to go through some things, Tim, some old Christmas stuff that I wanted to mention that I was going to do last Thursday. Of course, I got sick Wednesday morning of last week. It was just a cold. As far as I could tell, I didn't go to get any tests or anything because I'm here alone anyway. But 2.5 days, I was pretty much just coughing and in bed. And then it went away. And I feel great. So got a lot of work done between now and then. And back streaming. Thank God. I thought the way people were talking, I was going to be out of commission for like a week or two. But no.
Yeah.
It was quick. Max is going to have leftovers. True Seeker. Okay, you got cheese. Oh, yeah. I hope you enjoy the buttons. Cool. Heckfar, Max the Hat. Okay. Jeff Young, Burnbot. Oh, my God, Heckfar. Dude. Already starting the train here. Now, Heckfar, really appreciate that. Now, next Thursday, if you would have done that, that would have equaled 2 raffle tickets. And Heckfar, since you're the first to do your donation thing, Tim, what is that crazy thing? Since you're the first to send a donation today, I'm going to make a note here to give you 2 raffle tickets to next year's. Or you know what? Guess what? I'm going to make next year's rules without any donations that happen today, but they will go into this year's drawing. Okay. So Heckfar, you'll get 2 raffle tickets in this year's drawing, which happens next Thursday, January 2nd. And thank you for that. And you know what happens when this happens, Tim, right? I'm going to make you small because you're angry at your computer. I'm going to have to do this myself, I believe, because Tim's dealing with Ohio damage in certain ways. So we're going to do this disco thing. I'm going to just fall back on my fave disco song for this. And as you can see here, if you notice closely, the crochet clown has a different position here in the corner of the room. He's getting closer and closer to what he's going to look like for 2025. But he's got a different position, slightly different positioning of lights. Since my party happened last week, I've arranged some stuff around. But I think you're going to find that the disco looks pretty good, Heckfar. And I'm going to sing a little disco song for you right now. Satisfaction came in a chain reaction. I couldn't get enough, so I had to strut my stuff. The heat was on, rising to the top. Everybody going strong. That is when my spark got hot. I heard somebody say, "Burn, baby, burn." Just go and
burn. Oh,
burn. I love that damn song. That's what happens at the end of the disco melee. Super Chat Charlie comes in. This toilet lights up. He waves it in front of your face to tantalize, and then soul is gone. Thank you, Heckfar. We appreciate that. Soul donation there.
The soul comes in the front, and something else comes out the back.
Tim Nolan, right out the back. Heckfar, thank you very much for that kind donation. Very much appreciate it. Now, some Christmas stuff I want to take care of, Timothy. I received a few cards in the mail, not a whole lot, but I did receive a few Christmas cards. And I want to show you this one. Nice subgenius card here. Make sure the address is not on here. No, it's not. Okay, so this is from Giselle. This is a fellow Devo fan here. Slack to you. Toth and Giselle, they're a couple. They're in Ohio. They've always sent these cards for years, and I still get them, and I love them. So that's one Christmassy card I got. Now, another Devo fan, the Jones family here, they sent me their Christmas card. And this is one of those ones where they kind of update you on all that's going on in the family. Oh, Jasper got his wooden leg sawed off and whatever. So all that stuff. But if you notice, he's wearing a devotional shirt right there, devotional 2023 shirt in the Christmas card. I think that's hot. So that was cool. I got a card from the Mathout family. The Mathout family is basically the children of my friend Robert Mathout, who was very fantastic rock photographer. He worked a lot with Iggy and the Stooges and Cheap Trick and Devo. Took some very classic photos of Devo back in the early 80s. And I knew him for a few years until he passed away, unfortunately, in some freak accident a couple of years ago. So anyways, family, the Mathau's, his girls still send me cards, and they still sell his photographs, some of them on shirts and merch and stuff, and they try to keep the name alive there. So Robert Mathau, I think you should be very proud of your family. Your rock and roll girls are nice and send me cards. Now, there's one more person that sent me a card here. Well, two people. This is Eileen and Eileen and my friend. I'm going to call him by his stage name, Croiners. Okay, Croiner. Do you know what Croiners is, everybody? So this is their. Oh, there! I let his name slip. It's Jim. But anyway, Jim. Look, cats not kids. These people are from New York. They live in Levittown, New York, and Croiners is the way I met Jim was because of his project called Croiners. And what Croiners is, if you are familiar with the industrial genre of music, Tim.
Yes.
I know you're not really big into it, but when I was growing up, there was one album, a series of albums that really changed me, and I got to discover a lot of industrial music on this comp, and it was called Dry Lungs. And Dry Lungs put out two that I have, Dry Lungs 1 and Dry Lungs 2. This is 2. And on this, you'll see my friend Croiners. Croiners, that's James Levine. Tape, loops, noise, repetition. Also, one of my favorite bands, Severed Heads, is on this. Controlled Bleeding. A lot of the early, really raw industrial stuff. So anyway, one of those Christmas cards was from Jim and Eileen Croiners. And I haven't seen Jim in many years face to face, but last time I was at his house, probably decades ago, I was looking at the biggest industrial experimental music collection I've ever seen in my life.
Whoa.
It was so well organized. He had duplicates of all these ultra rare industrial albums that he had collected over the years. He knows some of these people personally, Controlled Bleeding and stuff. So I'm sure he's still a massive collector. And Croiners even did some cassette tapes. There's Learning to Live with Croiners. And there's Croiners music to listen to other tapes by. They put several volumes of that out. And it's just the weirdest stuff. He records bits off the radio and electronic noise over it. And it's great stuff. I have a lot of Croiners tapes. But Jim Croiners, if you're watching, Eileen, thank you for the great card. Now, speaking of Christmas, we used to do this thing. Well, first, let me show you this cool sticker I found at a thrift store recently. Merry music, everyone. It's like a turd holding a star on a Christmas tree. It's like a meatball with a cape. I don't know what that thing's supposed to be, but merry music, everyone. Now, I want to talk about something we used to do on the channel for Christmas. It was called Kissmas. It was called Weird Kissmas, to be specific. And Weird Kissmas basically was an excuse for me to wear a rubber Gene Simmons mask that Tim had given me years before and do a Christmas-themed stream, but really having it Kiss-themed. But then the weird aspect of it, the weird Kissmas part of it, was that I would always have a special guest on that had nothing to do with Kiss. Probably didn't even like Kiss. And so we did that. And for 2 years...
He did, though. Sorry to interrupt.
We for 2 years in a row, I did the Weird Kissmas stream with our beloved friend, Artie Barnes. Rest in peace, Artie, who passed away. And I haven't been able to bring myself to do another Weird Kissmas without Artie, because I did the last two with him. And it would be really hard to find somebody as weird and as cool as Artie to be in that stream with me. So maybe one day it'll come back. But I know the mask is torn. and wine stained, and I don't have my dear friend Artie, so I'm not quite where to take it. But this is a card I made for Weird Christmas a couple years ago. It's a card that I got from my bank for Christmas, and you can see the nice metallic embossed thing there. But yeah, I just made it my own in certain ways. So there's the Christmas stuff. I believe that's all the Christmas stuff I have to talk about. Let me start crossing stuff off on a list, if you don't mind. I got a big look at this list. Okay,
check it twice.
We did this. We did this intro thing. Got that done. Sorry about that.
And just so everyone knows, I cannot see any chat or whatever. So
yeah, Tim is limited in his skills tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so did that. And is Dead Wax here? Has anybody seen Dead Wax? I got a question for him when he comes in. If he comes in. Okay, so yeah, so it's been crazy. I was so glad that sickness didn't whack me on the head real hard, because I know a lot of people that are sick right now with something similar that they're really down for days and days. So rock and roll God's looking out.
And you had to have gotten it. You had to have gotten it. Well, shoot, no, it doesn't incubate that quick. But,
let me mention, I've been mentioning these new ways that you can get raffle tickets and prizes for the drawing for next year's streams. I'm going to be calling the contest something different, obviously. I used to call it, well, up until now, it's been called the Side Chatter Drawing prize. So, because it's always been the Side Chatters who qualify for the drawing. Well, this next year, it's going to be called the VPPD, the Viewer Participation Prize Drawings. There'll be multiple drawings, and it's all about viewer participation in numerous ways on the channel. So we opened ourselves up now to be more than just first and last chat stuff. More people have the option to get involved, and if you really feel the need to get a whole bunch of raffle tickets, you can do that anytime you want.
And it's an easy way to put some PP in your VD. Look,
Viewer Participation Prize Drawings, VPPD. That's what we're going to go for. The VPPD.
Like I said, 2 P's inside the VD.
You don't want to wake up with that. Yeah. It could itch.
Oh, it could do that. Do odd things.
BurnBot's frying people's connections. Now, I would like to. Oh, Pumping Vinyl's here. Hi, William. Hey, buddy. Let me see. Oh, I've got William. Are you still here, buddy? If you're still here, I got something to show. I was going to do something else, but I'm going to jump right to this because William's here. And I think you'll get off on this. So, William, sounds like an illness. I like it. That's great, Jerry. Hey, Cape Cod Ken. What's happening, buddy? eBay selling.
Yo, Ken. Hey, Ken, look behind.
Adrian, are you? Adrian gave me this hat many moons ago.
No, but duck your head. Let Ken see what's behind you.
Is there a link to Robert Mathau's merch? I would say yes, but I don't know for sure what it is. And I don't think you spelled his name right. I think there's only one T, and I think it's EU rather than, it's not like Mathau, like Walter Mathau. It's Robert Mathau. I think it's Matheu, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, you can Google it, and you'll find a link to his stuff, I'm sure, because they have a social media presence. So Pumping Vinyl, if you're still here, I'm going to, I thought I recognized that hat. Yeah, how long ago was it, Adrian? Like 2 or 3 years ago or something you gave me this? When we first met in LA. You came to the hotel room to hang out. It was cool. All right, so maybe William's not here. He probably just jumped in for a high. Okay, I won't show those things right now. But, this is nice and cold. Now, I got to tell you guys, this beer here, I purchased a long time ago. The Tuesday after my party, which was December 17th, I bought these to go see a band called THURS in Raleigh here with my friend Ian, who you guys know as my official cat sitter. And okay, Pumping Vinyl, I'll show you in a second. And we went to see THURS, and I bought a 12-pack of beer. I had 6 left, which I have now, and I have this much Crown Royal left from that night. I haven't drank since that night, the 17th of December. This is I'm coming back to it now. All right, show me. Pumping Vinyl. I found these things at a flea market a couple weeks ago. It was on the 17th, on the 14th.
Say, it was a week ago.
Same day for my, no, it was more than that. It was like the 14th. Yeah, Saturday the 14th, the day of my party. We went thrifting, and I found these at a flea market. I think these were like $2 each. Yep, $2 each. Now check these out. Okay, got that one. Okay, not hip hop, but that's their punk rock, Beastie Boys punk rock record on CD. Also got this cool single. This is Jimmy James, I think. Yeah, Jimmy James single, right? Not hard, not easy to find. I don't think I even had this in my collection, which I have a pretty fat Beastie Boys collection, so I was surprised to find something I didn't have. So there's that. I got this Gratitude single. I already have it. This will probably find its way to eBay, but Gratitude single. I mean, you just don't find this stuff hanging out at flea markets all the time. And then I got this. Of course, I have this one already. That'll make it to eBay, but what great condition these are. They're all very clean. Very, very clean. Now, here's the final two here are the best ones, William. I don't know how much you're into the Beastie Boys, but this one is one that I've needed this ever since it came out, and I could never find it. It's called the Frozen Metalhead 4-track EP single. It's from Check Your Head. It's got Jimmy James and some other songs. Basically, it's a Jimmy James 12-inch, or single, but a special Frozen Metalhead version. So I think I might have to keep this one because I don't have it in my collection. And I'm definitely going to keep this one. This was my favorite one that I found. Look at that. Japanese pressing of Ill Communication with the Obi strip inside. Perfect condition. $2, man. Couldn't believe it. So, William, I hope you legitness. Thanks, William. Yeah. When I think of hip hop and rap, I think of William, and I try to adhere to his branding there. When he's in the chat. So there we go. Some rap.
And the guy that you got those from, it's like this guy is just a junk guy. Like he just collects anything and everything, and you got to just like dig through the boxes. And
he doesn't collect. He's a seller, and he's not somebody that gives away stuff for cheap. That's why
he's never cheap. Yeah,
because these were like 2 for $5. But when I went up to with my stack, which was more than that because there's other stuff that I got that I kept, Cypress Hill and stuff like that. But he just gave them to me. He always gives me a little bit of a deal, but he's not one to let his stuff go cheaply because he knows what he has, basically. Without looking stuff up, he knows he's not going to give stuff away. Legit gold mine. I mean, I guess if those were vinyl, it'd be gold mine, but none of those are worth terribly much. Frozen Metalhead is probably the most valuable, but it's probably the one I'm going to keep because I'll probably keep 3 of those. The last 3 I showed. Or not the last 3. But anyway, Jimmy James single, maybe both of those, and then the Japanese one, whatever. Yeah. I'm big into Beastie Boys ever since I saw Crush Groove. Big. So anyway, there's that. Now, I want to do something we do a lot here, and I want to ask you to please hold off. Don't post yet. We're going to do something called Positives, where I ask you to post something positive in the side chat that happened to you since last Thursday or even 2 weeks ago, since we didn't stream last Thursday. And I want you to start with the word positive in the chat so I can tell what you're referring to. Just something forward moving, something positive, something that made you laugh, something that made you money, something you had crossed off your list of things to do. Whatever the case, I want to know what your positive is. Now, my positive for this week, well, 2 positives. It's getting over the sickness quick enough to get a lot of work done. I got a lot of work done on 2025 stream elements. So I'm really happy with myself there. Also kicking ass on eBay. Tim, what do you got? What's your positive?
My positive is that I got
not your test results. I'm not talking about your test results.
I got to go down to North Carolina and party and thrift and whatnot with Michael and in my new vehicle, and did well on the way home, and so that was great time. I did get not quite as many great hits as Mike did when we went thrifting, but I did get some, and I've already sold some of them. I'm happy that it's warm outside right now, and it's like, man, I mean, warm for Ohio.
Even with all the stuff that Tim and I had to do to prepare for the party when he came down, we still got some good thrifting in somehow.
Yeah.
We really pushed it to the limit. Now, we're going to start here by saying, and Vinyl Gorilla, by the way, if I haven't said hello, Vinyl Gorilla, hello, Vanilla Vinyl Gorilla.
Yo, Vanilla Grill.
Positive, says Burnbot. My mother got me a really cool thing, a model of the 1999 Nissan Skyline. A Nissan Skyline. Oh, it's a car from Fast and Furious. Too Fast, Too Furious. Okay, that's cool that you got that toy. Now, that Fast and Furious movie, there's one of those movies in that what do you call it? That
franchise.
That there was a great song by a band called Does It Offend You? Yeah, that was in it. Can't remember the name of the song. Probably around 2005 or 6 or something like that, maybe 8. Anyway, the band Does It Offend You? Yeah, I was playing that song at the party when 2 friends of mine, Jackie and a friend of hers, were dancing their ass off to this song, and they just loved it so much. And I told them it was in that movie, whatever. But speaking of Jackie, I want to thank her. She gave me this really cool gift at the party, at the Offender party. Roots Punk book.
Yeah, that was really cool, Jackie.
Now, I figured out what Roots Punk is, Tim.
Go.
I didn't know this terminology. Roots Punk is another word for cowpunk, like the southern country kind of punk.
Oh, okay.
That's why a lot of this stuff is like Hickoids and Texas bands, the Dicks, MDC, a lot of Texas bands. But this is a great book. It's got flyers and interviews with these people, but I don't know a whole lot about that genre of punk, cowpunk. And I don't know if Raunch Hands fit into that. I would think they would.
I would say so, yeah.
Psychobilly. I think that I don't even know if they're mentioned in here, but
well, and remember there was like some weird bluegrass crap in there too. It goes to the roots. Yeah, it traces punk's roots back to these other elements that people don't usually credit as being punk influences. But you got the Cramps and all kinds of stuff. But this is a great surprise that she brought this. Now the Offender party is not technically my birthday party, but it usually falls so close to my birthday that I end up getting a couple of gifts. But really cool book. I'm really happy to get that. Thank you. But while I'm thanking people for the Offender party, let me start by saying the Offender party is a theme party that I've had 3 of now over the past maybe 5 or 6 years. The third one just happened December 14th. There it is, the Offender. And it's basically a safe space for inflammatory clothing, something that maybe you feel like you can't wear in public for whatever reason. And we had a lot of people show up and a lot of great stuff. And I wanted to thank especially people who traveled far and wide to get here. Tim came from Ohio. Thank you, Tim, for all your help there. Mm-hmm. My friend Todd came from up that yonder way too. Todd made the drive. My friend Nick came from Philly. Heather also came with Nick. Heather wore this insane costume with baby dolls eating her boobs. Hands down, best outfit.
It was awesome. My new friend Benji, who I met at the party, thanks for coming. Thanks for surviving your night. Craze Rock, thanks for coming. The Clayton boy, man, I tell you, Greg Clayton, man, I tell you, anti-scene runs in your veins. Thanks for coming to that party and surviving. And also my neighbors Brad and Jared, and my actual neighbor now right across the street, Brian, came over, and of course Ann, the wonderful Ann, and my friend Jackie, who brought the book. But there's a lot of people who showed up, man. It was great. It was like more people than I thought would show up, and
it was great. And like they showed up until like 3 a.m.
We went to sleep at 6.
Right, but I'm saying they kept coming until around 3.
That was good. I was happy about that. Yeah, so positive. Christmas is over. It was over for me 20-something years ago, dude.
and I'll tell you, it's like, like, I don't know. This year was really nice because we didn't really do that.
Yeah, no obligations. Hey, Max the Hat says positive. Saw my Californian family, and my uncle told me I reminded him of David Byrne. Yep. You'll have that happen with those genetics you got. Good bone structure and all that stuff. You got it made.
Say that's a good thing.
Max, you got genetics going in your favor. Basically, all the so good positive. The look on my kid's face when he opened up a copy of Something for Everybody on blue vinyl. That had to cost you a pretty penny, my friend. Where did you find that, and how much did you pay for it, if you don't mind me asking? Because that's a hard one to find. I've been trying to get him to reissue that, man. Hey, positive, my brother.
Me too.
Happy birthday to your brother, Doug. Where's your brother? Is he here in the stream? If not, why? I'm gonna slap him across the head. Hi, Mike and Tim. That was very nice of you, Vinyl Gorilla. Vinyl Gorilla. There's another thing I want to talk about. Now, although my friend Mikey Bananas couldn't come to the party, we did meet up a couple of days after. Mikey Bananas, of course, of Grown Man Record Night. Old school music nerd on YouTube, way before my time. But I hadn't seen him in like a couple of years or something. And he finally came to Raleigh, and we met up for this great show, the Whores. The Horse Show, not the Whores, band is called Whores, but the Horse Show. was fantastic. I saw them a couple of years ago because my friend Ian hit me to them. Loved it. Shot the whole thing on video if you guys want to see it. It's on my YouTube channel. Great set. And so I met up with Mikey, and we shot a little VC meetup video at the club, and it was so cool to hang with you, man, and walk downtown. Thanks for walking downtown with us. It was a great night all around. I hope it's not the last one, Mikey. Come by for more shows sometime. And feel free to stay here if you need to.
And don't forget what we talked about. It's like, the switcheroo.
Whatever Tim said. Now, Miko says, positive, my awesome spouse got me tickets for the Soul Coughing reunion tour. I know very little about them. I know that in one song, I think they sampled some Negative Land. That's what I know about Soul Coughing. Oh, hi, Cricket. It's Cricket, everybody. You might see your tail. Oh, there we go. Oh. Hi, buddy. How you doing?
And pretty soon she's going to show her backside, I'm sure.
Burnbot says it's that silver and blue car from the start of the film. Okay. Yeah, I don't know it off the top of my head like that, but hey, it sounds like it's great that you got that. It's a pain in my bank account. Hi, Adrian. Yup, Mikey. Grown Man, BGR, nice book. I want to make the Offender Party in 2025. I'm not sure if we're going to have one in 2025. I mean, chances are good.
Let's just push. I'll keep pushing.
Look, I think we'll have a party. Who knows if it'll be a different theme? I don't know. But
and Ken, I wanted Mike to show you what's behind his head. I hung that bitch by a rope.
I made sure it was Tim's job to hang the clown. Nobody else is going to get that task. Wearing my Christmas present Kiss t-shirt. Ooh, Kiss t-shirts always good gifts. Bill McKenzie, thanks for being here. Your purple circle and white bee avatar, very sexy. I couldn't come. I truly wanted to come. Finances, hey man, we get it, but you don't have to wait for a party to come visit. I mean, whenever you want to come visit, give me a heads up and we'll make something happen. Some kind of social something.
And I mean it, like I said too. I'd be glad to take you down if we join forces and whatever. I'd be glad to drive.
Paid for it, Tim. That's what he paid for it. Oh, you can't see the screen. $140.
Yeah, that's honestly that's not bad.
I mean, I've seen it for $200.
It's usually $150 and above.
Yeah, it was.
I do have an open copy and a sealed, but it's like, as you know, that is such a shockingly phenomenal album.
Can't wait to finally get that thing reissued. Now, Mikey, Bananas, yeah, it was a blast. And Mikey, we'll do it again. And thank your friend for me again, Aaron. You're a mod on your channel, Mikey. Thanks to Aaron for giving us a ride home that night. Because after holding that selfie stick thing up for the whole horror show, I was so burned. And then after the party that weekend, I was so burned. Like as soon as that show was over, all I wanted to do was go home. I didn't want to walk. I didn't want to do shit. So it was great that Aaron took us home. So thank you for that, Mikey. So another positive, Burnbot has another positive. This is good. You get several positives out of Burnbot. You know something's going right. A friend of mine had surgery done to remove a tumor. He'll be back up and about by next year. Great. And next year is right around the corner. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Get that thing out of here. Out the window with that. It's a full Gene face. Oh, Bill. One of my favorite shirts when I was in college. In 1990, I got a shirt, an airbrush shirt from a guy named Sheik. Sheik is a very good airbrush artist, and he specializes in Kiss. He did me a full face Gene Simmons shirt, which I still have. It's all faded and weird looking, but love that full face Gene shirt. Yeah, for sure. You just let us know. I should be around February, March, April. For sure. Devo needs to drop something else for everybody in vinyl. Well, I know we're trying to work that out. We've been trying to work that out.
And it can't be the same though. It's like that angers me when they like.
I don't like when they just do a fucking no. It's going to be like Futurismo style. If I have anything to do with it, Futurismo will be reissuing that thing.
Yeah, yeah, and remaster it for the hell of it. Make it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, great album, but
I think it needs remastered. It sounded great.
I agree. I agree. I hate it when, like, especially Rhino, they just pump out just to, puke it out again and again.
Now, speaking of Devo, I have some new Devo releases to show you. They did reissue the compilation Recombo DNA. Now, this was reissued by Futurismo a few years ago on vinyl only, and it sold out quick, fast. So we finally were able to work out a reissue through them. And instead of a white cover, now it's black cover. And It's a 3-record set in a kick-ass packaging cover by Futurismo. I think there's 2 different vinyl colors.
Yeah, there is.
This one's called Conscious Mutation. I can't remember what the other one's called. But anyway, there's the vinyl. I'm not going to open the vinyl, but I want to show you the CD version. Now, this is great because this is something that, of course, didn't happen around on the first reissue of this. And don't get it twisted. This Recombo DNA on Futurismo is bigger and better than the former Recombo DNA CD that happened in the 90s or the early 2000s. There's more on it, and there's remastered stuff, and the packaging, of course, is great. So let's just open this up because I'm always intrigued by Delaney's packaging. Delaney of Futurismo Records.
And to my understanding, the vinyl, the only differences is some of the interior artwork.
What do you mean for the reissue?
Yes, other than the change of vinyl colors.
Yeah, I don't think there's any change really, except for the color of the. I mean, the colors are tweaked a little bit. I think it's the same. I think it's the same stuff. But
from the original promotion, like the pre-release thing, they were saying that it was new artwork.
Yeah, it's
that's all they mean.
Well, yeah, it's new artwork as far as you can tell it from the other release because it's different. Yeah, we just flipped it. We didn't want to change it much. I mean, we didn't want to make it look like a new release. It's just a different reissue basically. But yeah, I love the fact that we got the CD. I'm trying to be really careful with this. I don't know why I'm being careful. I don't have to be. I have more than one of these.
You're going to leave the other one sealed, so
I always love the Futurismo hype stickers. They're always the same, bright pink. Now check this out, Tim. I'm going to make you a little small.
Do it.
All right. This is the Recombo DNA. Now, this is comprised of a bunch of stuff spanning Devo's whole career, from the very earliest days to something for everybody. So here is the cool packaging. Whoops. There's a CD that wants to pop out. Hold on. Okay, yeah, there's the 3 discs. Hold on, let me make them all pretty. Okay, so here we go. The 3 discs of Recombo DNA. There's a nice booklet in here, I believe, too. Well, it's actually a fold-out thing. Check this out. Okay, there's that. So, yeah, he may have tweaked to the colors in this stuff, but I don't know. But, of course, this in the album version, the vinyl version, was huge. So in the CD version, it's smaller. I love that there's a CD version now. But there's cool stuff. Now, that photo there is by Chris Stein of Blondie. Back when I used to work with Blondie, I got him to let Devo use that, and he let us use it. That's what he just said. Yeah, sure, use it. It was as easy as that. It was so cool. He's a nice guy. And yeah, so anyway, sick. I'm glad I finally have the new version on CD. Much easier to listen to. But if you want to get that, of course, just search Futurismo Records. They're out of the UK. You can order that from them. And speaking of Futurismo, can I show some more stuff?
And I just wanted to add that you can also go to their Facebook page.
True. They have social media everywhere. Okay, here we go. I have a question from Amino. Got any idea when or if you are still going to do the thing with Thor where you two are going to review all the videos? Yeah, well, see, we have these videos that were shot in 1998. Mike Favada has the originals on VHS at his home in Florida somewhere, but he can't find them. I've got some dubs of those VHS tapes here somewhere of this crazy 1998 tour that you guys will not believe what happened. It was the first tour I ever went on in my life. It was crazy. Anyway, so we have all this footage that we need to look through. I haven't had the time to look for my VHS tapes of it. Once I do find them, I need to get my friend Skip to hopefully transfer them to digital format for me. And then I'll have Thor come out and we're going to review the footage, and I'm going to shoot video of us reviewing the footage. We're going to pick out the best stuff and make somewhat of a documentary about the tour. But it's all dependent upon me digging through all my archives, finding these VHS tapes, hoping they're in good enough shape to digitize. So it's a work in progress. I mean,
and Mike, I have a question. You and I viewed some of that stuff, but like, is it possible to watch it on a mini disc or something?
What are you trying to watch?
Like, no, you had some video, like when we brought stuff down from your attic, and I watched what you're talking about that you have on VHS, But
no, you didn't.
we didn't.
I haven't watched it even since it's been recorded. Nobody's watched it. The
I
1988 footage, there's nothing.
we watched some of it. I absolutely remember.
Nope. No. It was a different. Must have been different because I've never played those tapes ever. Like,
well, no, because I know we didn't watch a tape. That's why I was asking.
I've never looked at what's on the tapes.
So like I remember you filming when you guys were, because you were in two different vehicles, and like I saw that with the signs and stuff.
Maybe it's something Rusty had, but the footage I have, I've never seen really. So anyway, but it's a big mystery. Now look at this. Nick's Hat says, I'm pretty pissed I didn't get any Devo stuff for Christmas, but my stepdad wouldn't let me ask for music stuff. He said, look, only guns. You can only ask for guns, Bibles, and butt plugs. That's all you can ask for. No, none of this music crap. What is that about? You can eat guns, Bible, and butt plugs. That's all. Or food. You can ask for food for Christmas. Okay, who makes rules on what they're...
My guess is that that's what he always asks for. So
my guess is that you should probably start treating your stepdad like a stepchild because he deserves it. Don't ask for music. You know what? Max, here's a workaround around that. Ask for money, then go buy the music, and then wave it in his face. Go, look what I bought with the money you gave me. That's what I would do. I would try to get kicked out of that house as soon as possible, Max. Be free.
You don't even know the details. Oh, and Mike, just so you know, my phone is getting hot.
Well, unplug it for a while if it's charged. This is what I used to do when I first started streaming. I was always constantly unplugging shit.
No, it's not charged.
Well, okay. Well, if you need to take a break or go away or something, come back later, whatever.
I'll leave it like this for right now, unplugged, and if it dies, I'll plug it back in.
Also good. I think yes. Now I want to say that maybe there was something on a 3-inch CD or a 7-inch, maybe in the original one. I don't know, but I'm saying 99% or 100% of it all is yes included. I think. Yeah. Well, it's kind of a positive because it made me laugh, Max. Like somebody dishing out rules like that is kind of hilarious to me. It's like he had to think about that. He had to think about what a threat music was to him and his lifestyle.
But like I said, like in what context are you receiving it? Because I got it a different way.
I'm just saying, whoever says you can't ask for music for Christmas.
I'm saying that you have to know the context.
That's all I need to know.
All I ever wanted was music. And so I would hear that often. It's like, no, don't ask for another record. Let me get something else this time.
Rules, schmools. I'm telling you, Martin Jones, Atheist New Year's Party. I think they're all Atheist New Year's Party. I don't think there's any religion behind New Year's. But hi, Martin. Nice to see your weirdo ass here. That's the guy that listens to Kiss at 39 RPM.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
New Year's in March. Atheist. Crying. Yeah, I believe in God, and it's me. Cool. I bought a ton of stuff from Mike Favata. Yeah. He was selling all his cool old stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, Mike Favata rules. Favatar, as we call him on tour. Now. Okay, yeah. Guess what's going to distract you from schoolwork? Your stepdad giving you asinine rules like that. Because I'd just be sitting there at my school desk going, why the hell?
Yes.
How is that a distraction? You know what's a distraction? Planet Earth, humans, things, screens.
Mike, you immediately go to the negative. There might not be a negative.
I mean, the negative.
You don't know the context. I'm just reiterating again.
Here's the context.
No. Context.
You know what's a distraction? Parents and your phone.
Phones are a distraction.
Yeah. How is he still letting the kid have a phone if that's a distraction? Look, put your phone in the beeping fridge, says Heck Far. That's how you make it not overheat.
Oh, dude, like I literally got one of those ice things that that the reusable ones, plastic outer. I got that out of the freezer, and that's how I was able to get on when he summoned me.
Ohio damage runs deep, you guys. Now, the real reason I got distracted from school is because I have ADHD. Look, that's nothing, Max. We used to call it
everybody had that.
We used to call it hyperactivity when I was a kid. I was born swallowing my own tongue. I was so hyperactive. So my dad or somebody had to put a wallet in my mouth when I was just born because I was so hyper. I was trying to eat my own face. Okay, so
that wasn't a wallet.
ADHD is just a new way of saying. Now it was ADD before it was ADHD. It was ADD. It was hyperactivity. Then it was attention deficit disorder. Then it was attention, and they added another letter in there. But whatever it is, all it means is you're a human with a lot of energy, and you need to focus it on certain things. And if the energy gets too focused on one thing, it's bad, right? So everything in moderation. Just all it means is that you have a lot of energy. It's not a crippling disease or anything. Don't get it twisted.
And the same thing. Like they started off like we were hyperactive, and it's like, hello, and they wanted boys to sit still in a freaking desk, and it's like we're not made for that. It's like, come on.
Now, I'm sure that I'm on some kind of spectrum, but I never had any tests done. But to me, it's just like another Boy Scout patch. Another thing they say is wrong with you. That's another Boy Scout patch saying you are not like them.
It's simply saying that it's them. It's not you. You're perfect.
Breakfast King has a good thing to say about you, Tim. Pilmer's co-host looks like a cross between Tim and Mr. Bizarro.
Huh.
Yeah. The face hair. It's the face. I haven't seen Mr. Bizarro in a minute. I hope he's doing good. Adderall Max. Now, see, when I was a kid, what was the drug that they wanted to put us on? Well, my mom put me on something that she wasn't supposed to. I was on actual phenobarb, like barbiturates, but because that's what she was prescribed for whatever she thought she had. But kids had something else. It wasn't Adderall back then. It was something else. And I remember.
But it literally caused
Ritalin.
Yes. And it literally caused these problems. Like,
I mean, medical is a business, Tim.
Oh, I know.
It's a business. They need sick people to make money.
Oh, and the business, what I didn't know, if you guys don't know, is literally like big pharma. And like, I always love how politicians come out against big pharma. The government is big pharma. I never knew that. I just learned that this past year.
Adderall, as far as I know, I don't know if you could actually get addicted to that. I don't know. I mean, I've taken it. It doesn't seem like it's speedy or anything to me. It's just, I guess it's probably like Ritalin. But I never took Ritalin when I was a kid. And then I heard a rumor that some people who with hyperactivity do Ritalin. It has the opposite effect. It makes us more hyper. I don't know if that's if you snort it or how you do it, but I've heard that there's all kinds of, anyway, medicine and these little nuances that we have in our personalities and our makeup. I don't really trust the relationship there. I don't take a lot of medicine for stuff like that. I think there's other ways to medicate which are more beneficial and less addicting, if you will. So anyway, I don't have a phone. Good. See, well, that's less distraction. Well, whatever screen you're looking at this on is the biggest distraction in your life. Believe me. So if your dad's really trying to get the distraction, remove the screens.
My gosh.
Remove the screens. Doesn't
Max,
everyone
just disregard his words?
Everyone,
look at the smile.
Everyone that I know of course. And also when people say that they have anxiety, everybody has anxiety. It's a natural feeling, especially on planet Earth. I mean, why wouldn't you feel anxious about things? So I don't think that those things are really special. ADHD, anxiety, that's just okay. Well, that means
the problem is like the powers that be want us to not feel. That's all.
They had whatever. The Max, they had to give him a toilet chair. Max just kept pooping constantly. It was a special form of ADHD, which means your butt goes nuts.
Like Turbo.
In the 70s, my mom and dad gave me Blue Oyster Cult, a Mutation in Grand Funk Road. Yeah, I got a lot of music for. In fact, my mom loved when I picked music because that was easy for her to get. Yeah. See that energy, Max. Though, that's not a bad thing. You take that energy, and if you focus that on whatever your craft turns out to be, or whatever your passion in life is, that's gold. Most people just don't know what to do with the energy, so they try to. Oh, I have too much energy. I need stuff to make it go away. No. Don't make that.
And Max, if you get like an idea and like, oh, well, these people will judge me or whatever, that means that's where you need to go because you don't need to be like anyone else. Just focus on being you.
Okay, we're doing the positives there. But look, Max, everybody gets addicted to things because that's, things are designed to make you addicted to them. Coffee, Pepsi, Cola, sugar. Humans are addictive creatures, We all have that. You're not special for having that. Everybody gets addicted. But it's just about control and focusing your energy and stuff. I'm not a parent, and I never have been and never will be, but I think I have pretty good advice for kids. No Christmas. Oh, you know what? My Christmases the last 2 decades have been basically the same thing. I am alone with my cats for at least a week. And I just work on stuff that I really want to work on, real work or housework or creative things or whatever. So it's like, that's what I love about Christmas. Nobody bothers me for work stuff. My bowels were hyperactive. Thank goodness. Hell yeah. You don't want slothy bowels, man. Because that's when shit starts growing right here. When you have slothy bowels, you start collecting this shit and carrying it around with you. You got to get that stuff out. Burn bot, yeah, there's positives to having hyperactivity. What if you were the opposite and you had some kind of sloth disease where, I just can't do anything because I'm so slothy. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be the hyperactive guy. Now, Squinky, hi, yeah, hey, tall pandas fart. I like you. Welcome back. What's happening? Yeah, I'm excited for 2025. I got lots of kabooms, some whiz bangs coming at you on this channel, and you're gonna dig it, I think. Yeah, everybody has that. Everybody has that burn bot depression. Everybody's got it to a certain extent, and some people embrace it more than others. So now I'm gonna take a shot because I haven't yet, and right after that, I'm going to show you guys what's in this mystery mail that I got. I have no idea what it is. I don't remember expecting anything shaped like this box back here. Look at this. Look, I don't know what it is. So we're going to get into that as soon as I do this shot.
Oh, we know what it is.
Yeah, don't be slothy, kids. Go for the ADHD. Go for the autistic. Because autistic usually means you have energy and you need to direct it into some specific thing.
Well, I mean, literally, it just means that you have you're a genius and they don't want you to use the brain that you have.
You have unbridled passion. Like a young horse, like a young unicorn flying through the universe. Yeah, I remember when I was starting to collect Devo and getting really into Devo, and I came up with my Devo Obsesso moniker. Everybody was like, "Oh, well, you must be autistic." Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, I'll be autistic. As long as I'm not like you guys, that's cool. You're not autistic? Okay, yeah, I want to be autistic. I would look at most people at my school or my workplace and go, yeah, I don't want to be like any of these people. So anything that I could do to be considered different than them, I was like, yeah, sign me up. I'm good. All right, everybody. Who is going to do a shot with me? Tim?
I can go get it. I'll be right back.
Right on. Max is talking about her addiction, his addiction. I went to a party and drank 4 Cokes, and I spent the whole night in the bathroom. The legal drug can be a motherfucker, I tell you. Yeah, you don't want to drink that much Coke. I quit drinking Cokes every day, sodas. Now, every now and then, in a weird situation, I may have one medicinally, a soda, but I've basically quit them. So, cheers to me. I've been music man. Stall! All right. Yeah, we're going to cheers as soon as my friend Tim gets back. He's digging through Ohio Damage right now to find him a shot. And, okay, just a reminder, January 2nd, next Thursday. Lots of stuff going down. I'm going to unleash a bunch of cool whiz-bang additions to the stream. And we're going to play our new rules starting January 2nd as well. Although the rules for gathering tickets for the drawing next year, actually the following year, 26, those are going to be big prize packages. So, but you can earn tickets to this year's drawing tonight with your donos and your activity. Now, don't forget, if you guys comment on this live stream after the fact, and then I pin your comment to the top because I like it the most, then raffle ticket for you. But don't get it twisted. You have to be here January 2nd to win. You have to be in attendance at the stream. If you're not there when I pull your name, I cannot help you. You have to be at the stream. Now, I can pull your name and then maybe a few minutes later, somebody get you to come to the stream. That's cool. But whatever. whatever. If you're here next Thursday, January 2nd, and you're watching, and you know that a friend of yours who sometimes is on the stream, who may or may not have been a first or a last chatter, who may be in the prize drawing, you may want to tell them, hey, come to the stream. You might win something. And I'm going to show you what a couple of the prizes are, but we're going to open this mail first. But I think we lost Tim. He's digging around.
No, we didn't.
He's digging around for some poison.
No, we're getting in there. Oh, yeah.
Going to Norway in March. Oh, good black metal up there, Max. Good black metal. You might want to go to some record stores. I might have you pick me up some black metal in Norway. Norwegian black metal is very good, Max. I don't know what kind of accent that was, but it's very good. You got a shot now?
I do.
All right, everybody. Cheers. Skål. Adrian, cheers. Everybody, cheers. Good to see you.
Cheers, y'all.
Peace. Mm.
Wow. Oh my.
Wowzers.
Oh, down, ooh, down, ooh, wow.
We're going to open this package now.
Mm.
And this, I don't even need scissors for this. It's all paper tape. All right, I have no idea what this is. Now, every now and then when I open some of this mystery mail, I open it and I go, oh, I remember what that was. That was something on blah, blah, blah. But I can't recall. I don't know what this is. Seems to be a poster of some kind. So let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Mystery mail. Pum, pum, pum. All right. I don't know.
Careful.
Need to. This one piece of tape is a motherfucker. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here we go.
Gotta be something Kiss.
Oh, I know what this is. Okay, here I got a story to tell you. This fucking guy.
I didn't see enough of it though.
Okay, here's what this is. Oh boy. Okay, this guy. Okay, so it says it's supposed to say Devo was right, but it gets cut off. It doesn't really say. Okay, there it is. Devo was right. Okay, it's just it's a big photo of Devo. It's really bitmapped. It's like a low res photo of Devo printed really big with Devo was right across the top. Now I gotta tell you, there's this guy that's been contacting me. I want to say, I don't know, a year or something. Over and over again, this guy contacts me. You know, sounds like a white gentleman. Sounds like he's probably my age or a little younger. And he's contacting me for a long time, saying that he has these great ideas for Devo products that he wants to sell on Etsy or wherever. And he just needs my approval so that he can give us our portion and start selling. I was like, well, what are you going to do? He's like, well, posters and stuff. I was like, well, I'll tell you what, when you send me what you're thinking of selling, I'll run it by the band. Couldn't hurt. Well, then he sends me these posters. They're basically a photo he downloaded off the internet, which of course there's already been Devo posters of this image. And with Devo was right across the top. Okay, Devo was right was something that came around in the 90s, I believe. There was a company called Un-American who did these stickers that said fuck work and all this good stuff. And they did one that said Devo was right. And it was popular. And then even Devo did stickers that said Devo was right at some point. It's just a slogan, and it's just basic font, and it's slapped on a big picture. And he thought, that's a great idea. I'll sell that to Devo. So let me show you something else that he sent me. Hold on.
And we'll hope that he's not watching at the moment.
Okay, take this. Okay, so about a month ago, I get these from him. Okay, what is it? It says Devo was right. And it's more just pictures he downloaded off the internet that have already had posters made of them through the decades. You know, very common images. There's that version, and then there's, okay, this one. Okay, so that's I'm like, so I messaged him. I was like, okay, so I got the posters. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be seeing. All I'm seeing is really generic images of Devo, all of which there have been posters of already with some font clipped to the top of it. And they're not even print worthy. They're low resolution. And he responded with something like, well, what can I change to make that? I'm like, dude, you have zero ideas. Dude, your idea mill is like zero. Like, That's the lamest waste of money I've ever seen in my life, those posters. So, and
they're not good.
To get the rights to those photos to do posters probably wouldn't be easy these days. At least 2 of them that I'm looking at. So anyway, bummer that people, but he's been hounding me, dude, hounding me. Like he won't leave me alone about these posters. Like I don't know why he thinks they're so great. I don't know. It's so crazy to me, man. Oh, fuck. All right. Uh-oh, somebody's threatening to fart. Okay, Max with the autistic stomach or whatever is going on. I think Max's stomach is autistic and probably pretty punk rock, and it's going to blast. Okay, it's gonna blast. Farts at devotional are funny. Don't get it twisted. Now, I got some more stuff to show you guys.
What you got?
Futurismo, our sponsor. Right?
Oh yeah.
Our friends who have done Devo albums and all kinds of great stuff over the years. They sent me a couple gifts.
Del J.
A couple of gifts that are recent issues here. Recent releases by Futurismo. Here's one called the Twisted Dream Machine. Now I think this is compilation of the Paisley Underground. You familiar with that movement? Yeah.
And I believe that one, it might be sold out already.
Yeah, California's psychedelic renaissance from 82 to 86. I'm very unfamiliar with this genre, so I'm really psyched to get this. I know nothing about it, so I'm going to learn a lot. Now, the other one he sent me, they've been doing Surf Punk's reissues. So here's the Surf Punk's Locals Only album, and deluxe edition, of course. Futurismo takes no shorts. But yeah, I was never a huge fan of Surf Punks, but I do remember them from Urban Music War. I loved that, and I loved their videos. So I'm really glad to have this because I don't even think I had. Maybe I had one of the Surf Punks original issue albums, but it's good to have that shit. And Futurismo always does a great job on their releases in every way.
Yeah.
Like a great job. My Beach. Yeah, Adrienne knows. Adrienne's a surfer. She knows the Surf Punks. And she's our age. So, look, I have an idea for a show. Yeah, that's a good idea. Get a lawyer. Yeah, so anyway, let's move on because I still have stuff on this list to talk about. Let's move on to thrift scores if we could. Can we move on to thrift scores? Is that cool with everybody? I got to get another beer. Damn it.
Well, hell, beach.
So, Tim, make it a little bigger here. Why don't you, while I take 38 seconds to walk and get a beer, tell 38 seconds of one of your best thrift finds that you found down here. Quickly.
Huh. Okay. I went to one thrift store and I tend to grab, if it's in good condition, Frank Sinatra's, because even if it's not big money, they always sell. And I started selling like perfect ones, $20 to $40, and I'm getting it. But anyways, so I found, I think there was like 8 or 10 Frank Sinatra's. There was 2 big dollar records. One was $140, and the other one was 100, right about 100. Anyways, and I've, others and CDs or whatever, and you roll this wheel, and it, if you spend over a certain amount, you can roll the wheel, and it tells you like what kind of discount. I got it all almost free. I paid the tax. That was it. So it was like $1 something for probably 25, 26 records and stuff. So pretty cool.
Yeah, Tim has good luck with finding stuff like Christmas records and what were you talking, Frank Sinatra? I don't sell a lot of stuff, so I tend to pass it up because I just don't have.
Stole another one today.
I know I don't have the experience with it, but Tim does good with that shit. So thank you for that, Tim, for holding on there for me. Thrift scores. Here we go. Now I showed you the some CDs, but now check this out. Okay, so now this might not look like anything to most people. Okay, Tim, I'm gonna make you a little small since it's just your head.
Do it.
Because now our heads are about the same, right? Okay, now our heads are. So I got this. Now, if you know me, you know that I do buy and sell a lot of gospel. I listen to a lot of gospel, But I saw this, and I just looked it up because I look up any gospel I haven't seen before, and it was in good shape. So I looked it up, and I found out something amazing about this woman. Okay, this is Beverly Massagey. Now, is anybody familiar out there? I'm going to say no, but oh, Peter, hi, welcome. Thanks for coming, man. No problem. You got stuff going on in your life, unlike me. Beverly Massagey. I'm going to guess nobody knows why I would be into her, but I'll give it a second. Not many people here collect religious records, I assume. But anyway, so Beverly.
I mean, not many people anywhere do.
Well, I mean, you'd be surprised how many I sell. But this has a special connection. So I looked her up, and of course I went to Discogs, right? And I saw the other records that she had released. And excuse my French, but I almost shit myself. I was like, Tim, oh my God, I found something. He was like, what? I showed him this. He was like, what? Like, what? I was like, no, Beverly Massagey. Guess who she is? I was like, who? Who is she? Well, see what it says in the corner here? Wait, with his manipulator, Beverly Massagey. She's a manipulator for Eric the Puppet. This is a Christian record. This is a $100 record.
I bet you it's more than $100 now.
I just checked it on eBay. It's 50, 60, but this is in shrink, and it's perfect. So this is a $100 record. But this is Beverly's. This is her skill. This is her passion. The puppets, right? And there's more Eric records, but I've never found one. They're very hard to find. So I couldn't believe that Beverly Massagey, like, with his manipulator. When can we get our own manipulators, Tim? Oh, wait, you were married to one.
I mean, I love the terminology, period.
But now look who she's manipulating.
Oh, yeah. No, she done manipulated him. Well, she's moved on like 10 times.
That's why I like Beverly. So anyway, Beverly Massagey, I'm collecting this. There's no puppets on it, but it's her. So it goes in the Christian record collection. So that was a really cool score. That was one of those scores that's like, wow, I hope this isn't worth a lot because I want to keep it. And I was right. Now, okay, so all right, so that's all the thrift finds. Now, I want to say I found out something, Tim. I know you're not into the hip hop. Is William still here? Probably not. William, I have more hip hop news for you. Damn it. I wish you would hang out because William, if you're here, I got a question. I got a piece of information for you, my friend. And I wonder if you know about it already. You might know about it already. Check the YouTube stream over here and see what is going down. In a second, I'll just give William a chance in case he's here. Hold on a second.
But we can keep on talking and doing other things too.
Checking the live chat. Hold on. I'm checking, and it says that. Okay, cool. Oh, we need to get the thumbs ups up a little bit. I'm trying to just match the thumbs up count with at least how many people are watching right now. You don't have to like the video to do it. It's just a way for me to meet people because the algorithms will. Give William a chance. Okay, William, I see you. All right, check this out, William. I found out that this guy is performing near me April 15th in a place called Chapel Hill, which is a 20-minute, 30-minute drive away from here, at a club called Local 506. William, are you ready for this, dude? Check this out. You know who this is, William? Cool Keith. William, do you know who Cool Keith is? Tim, I'm not going to even ask you because I know you're not big into hip-hop, but Cool Keith, y'all know how many names he goes under, right? This guy, and the club he's playing is very small. It's a very small little rock club that bands that I was in when I was in college played. A very small club. In fact, I saw him at the very same club, I believe, decades ago. It was a crazy show. He threw out Ziploc bags to the audience, and in each Ziploc bags, there was a chicken wing, a Capri Sun, and a moist towelette. And I caught one, and we took that thing home and put it in our refrigerator. It was probably there a year and a half until somebody stole it or something, but somewhere I have a picture of that bag. Anyway, Cool Keith is playing. And for those of you who don't know, Cool Keith started out in a band called Ultramagnetic MCs, an early hip-hop band. Did some crazy, he was like the craziest, coolest one of them all. He was also very famously known as Dr. Octagon, This is a reissue that a viewer, a friend of mine, graciously got me a couple years ago. But my favorite incarnation of Cool Keith was Dr. Doom. This is the picture disc of First Come, First Serve, where he has a rat burger, and then there's a person throwing a dirty diaper out of a window right there onto a monkey, and then he's got a rubber Elvis wig on, and there's a cockroach coming up behind him. This is my kind of rap music right here. Okay, so this is the limited edition, and notice Dr. Doom has 3 O's to get around that Marvel Comics thing. Genius. Genius. Anyway, I'm going to see that, if at all, within my physical frame. Black Elvis, are you kidding me? Okay, apartment 223. I'm very hungry. So somebody in this chat just started an account called Black Elvis because I showed the Black Elvis album. Okay, so it's probably Vanilla Gorilla, or it's William, because there's not too many people are going to know apartment 223. Very hungry.
But that part's like, I remember that part.
I know, I've played it for Tim. Tim knows it because I made him listen to it at some point. I forced him to. But I'm really psyched about that. April 15th in North Carolina, I'm going to go see Cool Keith. I can't wait.
That's really cool.
No, I didn't eat it. No, I wasn't going to eat it. I was going to collect it. Earth people. I was born on Jupiter. Earth people, New York to California. I know that stuff. Yeah, and you know what? I tried to order one of those rubber Elvis wigs because it was so much like a Devo rubber hair pump, but it never. I got my money refunded. I never got it. I think I like the Devo idea. So our lawyer. Middle life crisis rants. As soon as I joined the stream, first thing I heard was hip hop. Are we explaining to the world why Beastie Boys are the best band ever? Well, I don't even know if they. Some of their stuff is hip hop for sure, but they kind of just go all over the place, man. That was a weird thing to happen in history. 3 Jewish boys from pretty affluent families, I think, who discovered punk rock and hip hop at the same time in their life. They were in both kinds of bands. They went on to be rock stars on many levels. I don't know if that's just hip hop, but I grew up with hip hop, like the early. I'm old, so I grew up with the late 70s, early 80s hip hop stuff. I was in the back of the bus singing The Message and stuff with my classmates. My label got busted for not clearing Elvis wig. Yeah, they didn't think about that kind of thing back then, clearing stuff. I've heard some great Cool Keith, Dr. Octagon, whatever stories from him in the business. I heard a story once. I don't know where Tim went. Did we lose him?
No, I'm here.
Okay. I remember a story that I heard about Cool Keith. He was hired at his height of popularity. I think this is when he was Dr. Octagon, possibly. He was playing these festivals, or he was supposed to. And maybe it was Lollapalooza, whatever it was big. And right before all the festivals started happening, he disappeared. His label didn't know where he was. His friends, family, nobody knew where he was. He just took the money and ran basically. And it came out later that all he was doing, he went somewhere, I don't know where he went, Mexico, California, wherever, got a hotel room, spent all his money on sugary cereal and prostitutes, and just had a great time and told the music industry to kiss his ass. But then, a year later or whatever, he comes out with another album under a different name, and it's like, he just keeps going, man. And he had the craziest lyrics, that guy. Oh, cheers. Cool Keith. I can't wait to see it. I mean, the first show that I saw of him wasn't very good. It was just him on stage with an entourage so big that I couldn't tell who was rapping or who was saying anything. It's just a mess. But I'll never forget it. Tim, what are you doing?
I'm not doing much.
You're tapping something with your. You're tapping something, and the phone was moving. And you're tapping.
Oh, did not know. I can't see. I'm gonna try to hold it up. Okay, go.
Get the phone out of your hands. You were doing something with the phone. I think you were going to throw the phone at me.
Probably.
You know how much I love Ramones, Devo, New York Dolls, but those Jewish kids were a part of. I think the BCs are the most influential. Look, I mean, they were like our generation. Every time you make comparisons to the Beatles, but for me, my little kid generation, young generation, Kiss was our Beatles, right? Of course. But BC Boys, man, they. I discovered them. because I'm probably exactly the same age as some of the Beastie Boys. So I was discovering music probably at the same time they were: punk rock, hip hop, heavy metal. So they took all those genres and mixed them together in a way that I'd never heard before. Because there weren't a whole lot of rap bands that were taking heavy metal guitar riffs at that point and mixing them into. Because Rock Hard, Beastie Boys Rock Hard was.
And there were no white hip hop rappers.
Well, I mean, there was, but they were
not good.
But part of their name was like the White Boys. I mean, it was kind of using that as a selling point. But the Beastie Boys were punk rock kids. Just happened to be doing this really kind of noisy, a lot of industrial noise in their rap stuff. So I was already into rap because I was going to see Crush Groove, but I was way into punk rock at that point, way into punk rock. I was even in a band. I was in a punk rock band. So when I saw Beastie Boys put the punk rock and the rap together, and they were in the movie Crush Groove for 27 seconds or whatever it was, changed my life. I went out and bought everything Beastie Boys I could find for the next month or two, which is how I got a lot of the really cool stuff in my collection. All the early Cookie Puss and even the Drum Machine MCA solo record. But all that stuff was easy to come by back then. Before they made it skyrocketed into frat boy territory and became the number one album in America, their stuff was really easy to find, the early stuff. Have I talked enough? What else do I have to show? What's on my list here? Dead Wax never showed up. January 2nd. Don't miss January 2nd, you guys. Prizes will be given away, but if you're not there, oh yeah, I'm going to show you guys 2 things that I'm giving away on January 2nd, okay? One will be in the last, drawing people, last post in the chat, and one will be the first post chat. So I'll do the last post first, okay? So there's going to be 2 prize packages, and they're both in their own little cool carrying cases, carrying bags. I'll tell you about that January 2nd. But here's the all those last in the chat, I will be drawing your names for this. Now, this is on Futurismo, our sponsor. Thank you, Futurismo, for sending this. This is Chrome, a reissue of Chrome's album Red Exposure. Now, Chrome, if you guys don't know, Chrome is, I guess, what's considered probably post-punk, experimental rock, art rock, noise, drug music. I first did acid while listening to Chrome. It wasn't this album. It was an album called Half Machine Lit Moves, my favorite Chrome. But anyway, Chrome, great. And this is a really cool reissue by Futurismo that's on a metallic cover. And this was originally released in 80 or something. I can't read it. Wait. 1980 album. Okay, so yeah, great stuff. So this is part of the prize for the last chatters. Now the first chatters because you're first and because
you chatter.
I love you a little bit more than the last chatters. I'm going to give you, courtesy of Futurismo, one of my favorite bands reissues. I'm going to give you Severed Heads. Severed Heads, Bad Mood Guy reissue by Futurismo Records. Now, Severed Heads, I mean, they purveyors of early industrial, looping, repetitive, funny industrial music that then meshed into danceable beats of industrial music. They were the best, I would say, in my humble opinion, even better than Skinny Puppy at pulling off industrial dance music with industrial dance music with integrity. It's really easy to put a beat down and put industrial noise over it, but this, the bee's knees when it comes to industrial music for me is Severed Heads and their whole catalog. Now this is slightly earlier stuff, but they were already getting into a really good beat usage on their weirdness, and it's all still weird. So Severed Heads, the other prize packet. Now there's other things in these gift bags, right? They're going to be announced on the 2nd, but I just wanted to give you guys a little peek and show you there's real valuable gifts being given away for nothing. You get them for free, and I'll ship them anywhere in the world. Whatever it costs me, I'll ship all this shit. So show up the 2nd, and you also get to see little whiz bang things we're adding to the stream, which I think will give you all a boner in some way. I'm really hoping. I'm checking the thumbs ups, Tim. What do you think it's going to be at? You want to guess? What number? Don't look.
I'm good. No, I can't see him right now. I'm gonna say 32.
We're not there. Only 19, Tim. And there's 27.
Oh
I don't
my!
know why people are so offended by the thumb. It's like Fonz. Don't you guys?
We had 40 some earlier viewers.
Oh, that. You must be blind. Maybe that was. You were probably seeing 20, but upside down.
No. We're not there now.
I don't think we had that many viewers. Why would we have that many viewers? Okay,
we did for a short time.
But believe me, guys, there's other parts of these prizes that are interesting, even though those were the really cool brand new things that are the flagship prizes of the.
Well, and like the Futurismo, anything like everything they do is Max, amazing.
Pontificating about erections and things. Now, Max. Now, speaking of music being a distraction, this could. I would say you should file these away as lyrics, because it seems to me that when I was your age, I had the is proclivity. What does proclivity mean? Am I saying that right? Proclivity. Can we just make up a word called proclivity right now? I had the proclivity to hear things, want to make songs out of them, and it was lyrics like that made me and my friends laugh more than usual, so we would end up using those as lyrics. So what I'm saying is, if you're ever around some sounds and you're putting them together and you think, oh, this is a nice little string of sounds here, what could I put over that? Those lyrics might be something. I mean, you could make a hit record. You could be the hit of TikTok with that, Max. I don't know if anybody's ever written a song quite like that. Oh, geez. Thank you for the details, says Adrian. Adrian likes knowing about Max's boner problems. I mean, we try to give people therapy here.
Well, there's only one person talking about that boner problem. So nice for the rest, everybody. Come on.
I've been telling it for years. You're going to tell it for decades, Max. You're going to tell it to your children's abortions. Hopefully. Now, what else do we have on the list? I think I pretty much. Let me just check the pile here. I think I pretty much.
Oh, there's a lot of piles down there.
I think I pretty much covered the bases. Now, if I had a lot of time left, which we have 30 minutes, but I was going to attempt to alter some album covers live on stream here, but you might not even have time to do that. What do you think, Tim?
And were you going to show the backlight on the clown?
That's part of the disco.
Oh, I got you.
Tim wants me to point out there's some a nice backlighting effect that we have on the floating clown. I guess the clown's kind of rising from the dead, but look behind it when I turn the disco lights on. Oh, look how that thing looks like his hat, Tim. That devil horn.
Yep.
Look at that cool backlighting. It's like Christ, isn't it? Doesn't it remind you of Christ, Tim?
Like
crochet.
I couldn't think of anything else.
Crochet starts with a CHR. So does Christ. You see the connection?
That clown has needed to burn for many years.
Guess what? Tim was so careful with that thing, and he after he drilled 3 holes in my ceiling, he finally hung that thing up there, and I gave Tim the job, and I didn't see Tim reaching for a match once when he was handling that clown. He was very loving with the clown. I think I even saw him in the clown exchange niceties.
No. When I learned that I was allowed to hang that motherfucker, I was proud to do so.
Look now, Tim, can you read this for us, please?
Excuse me?
You can't read that, can you? That comment on the
Not a chance.
I'll read it in Tim's voice. No, I can't. Boner problems. It's like an ATM. You either walk to you confident and aware you're fine, or no, you just broke. Okay, I almost got that right, but I didn't get it right because it wasn't typed quite right. But if I was smarter, I could have just fixed it in my head, but I'm not that smart. Oh no, heck, Fard, bad. No. Don't Google. No, make your own dick jokes. No, don't Google somebody else's. All right, so reminders to make sure I'm telling everybody the stuff I got to tell them. viewer participation.
Sing it to us, Mike. Sing it.
The viewer participation prize drawings. That's what we're going to call the damn thing from now on. You know, the thing that we've been doing where the first person and the last person in the chat gets a raffle ticket and a hat and all that stuff. Yeah, we're going to do that, but we're going to call it viewer participation prize drawings, otherwise known as the VPPD, the VPPD. Okay, and that means there are lots of other ways you can get your name in that hat. And speaking of hats, here's the hats we'll be drawing from this year. These are the first chatters. It's kind of glittery, but you can't really see it. And then this is the second chatter prize dome, designed by my good friend Todd, who's not here tonight, but he came all the way from outer space to come to that party. He brought galaxy gas.
He did.
I'm into the galaxy gas. Okay, so checking on YouTube. I just want to see the numbers, Tim. I hope Dead Wax is with his family on Christmas, because if he's not here and he's somewhere else, I'm going to kick his ass. Live chat. Here we go. Black Elvis, New York to California. Black Elvis. I remain on Jupiter. Okay, we're a bit better. 27 watching, 20 likes. We're getting close. I like it. I like that we're getting close. Wait, I think there's an ad that's right now on my channel. Skip it. Okay. I need possibly shot. What was that sound? Tim's making farty sounds. Farty sounds. Oh, and let me remind you guys of something else. You hear that shit? Hold on. Tim, I'm going to mute you for a second, because there's all kinds of noise and crap coming out of there, which is great. But, it's time and a place. Now, dock problems. Interesting typo. One of the most famous, well, not one of the most famous, but one of the best pictures of Devo from their peak in their career, 1980, was on a loading dock in LA behind their practice space. And they were all in the Naugahyde silver suits from the Freedom of Choice album cover. I remember Bob One, I believe, had red shoes on, which is action figure. Right here. It was based on that photo that I got the red shoes from. So, loading dock photo. Super 7 made great Devo action figures, you guys. I can't say enough good about that company. Anyway, Tim, what was that? Did I unmute you? Hold on. Unmute. Okay. I had to mute you for a minute.
Yeah, no, I was trying to open the other and it wouldn't.
Oh, look, Dead Wax has been doing dishes annoyed with the children. Well, he sent me his firstborn. I don't know if you know this, Midlife, but Dead Wax did send me years ago now at this point, his firstborn. Because Dead Wax, Randy, was disillusioned with being a father after he saw this thing born. I said, I'll take care of it. But really what I meant was I'll use it for my noise stream, which is basically
and he's been using it in ways that are not, I can't even say.
Marketable.
It's so bad.
It's not marketable.
That might be it.
Advertisement friendly. But yeah, Tim, it was so fun thrifting. Now, Tim helped me in so many ways, but when he came down here, I had this sink problem, right? And I don't know, some of you may have seen me post about this sink problem on social media. This whole thing with attaching this basin sink to this new nice countertop that I got through, various means of not spending a lot of money, but knowing people and getting it all put together. Anyway, had this huge problem where I thought the hole wasn't drilled big enough for the sink to be attached. It was this huge problem. We were going through all these things and extension pipes and all these risers and things to get around this problem we thought was there. The only problem was that the hardware for the sink was on the wrong side of the damn countertop. After we switched that, it fixed everything. I've been waiting a year for that thing to be fixed. And I mean,
more than a year.
I sent people that photo to plumbers going, what is going on? I don't know what to do. Nobody said, just put the hardware on the But it was an accident that we found that out. It wasn't like we looked at it and said, oh, the hardware needs it. Just at some point it happened and we were like, hey, that fixed it.
It's all that made sense.
It was hilarious.
And I go to him and I'm like, Mike, would you mind if we don't use this? And it was this donut that he got to raise it because he thought that's what he had to do because that's what he was told.
Wait a second. Heckfire says Tim had too many sausage cheese balls. I think he had one too few. One more would have put him over the top. Now, unless you continue the Bob One story, I want to hear about that silly man. Okay, Bob One story. I was just saying about his shoes. He wore red shoes in this photo I was talking about. But was I telling another story and I forgot? I don't know. And what silly man? I don't know. Silly man. Every man's silly. Silly man. Okay, so here's what I wanted to tell you about before we forget to. January 7th, basically through the 9th, I will be in Los Angeles working a lot on some costuming and things, preparation for some live shows next year. And my friend Jalen will be meeting me there. It'll be great. But we have one night off there, hopefully after we get done with all the suits and the tailoring things. Then we'll get to see Venom Incorporated at the Whiskey on January 9th. I'm really looking forward to it. Tony Dolan, who sings for Venom Inc., huge Dickies fan and Devo fan, and that's how we know each other, basically. But I like Venom Incorporated. I'm a big fan of Venom, and I saw Venom Incorporated a year or two ago, and it was great. No, Max, we're humans. We're stupid all the time, believe me. It's not just sometimes. It's not just sometimes. You can't be smart all the time. In fact, humans really, it's just, they're only smart based on what they think the reality is, and that's just flawed anyway. So none of them are really smart. If you think you're smart, that's when you start having problems. Oh, Adrian, just remembered a positive. I saw DI, which stands for any number of things, right, Adrian, at a local pizza place and was pleasantly surprised to see Adam Gomez playing drums. That's right. He does play for them. And he's not dressed does he dress the same for all bands? I don't think.
Yeah.
I think he's allowed to dress down for those bands, I think.
No, but he usually still does the same thing.
Okay, good. So it's his brand now. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
beyond,
like everybody knows him by that.
It's so cool. Do you know how that came about, though, right?
I remember he told me, but I don't know.
I'll remind you. So Adam was going to he had grown up listening to the Dickies, and when they were looking for a drummer, he went to audition, and he was really excited, but he had to go to a wedding thing right before he had to go to rehearsal, so he didn't have time to change. So he got to rehearsal in his little tux, not a tux, but like the button down shirt with the tie, the bow tie, and he had some suspenders and dress pants and dress shoes, and he walks in with a backpack full of other clothes. And I think the story is that Stan saw him walk in like that and said, all right, but you got to do it in those clothes. You're not allowed to change. So he did the whole rehearsal in his dress clothes, and Stan was like, you're great, but you got to wear that all the time. So he was like, okay. So he just wore his wedding outfit the whole time he's been in the Dickies. But Stan made Stan.
Yeah, it's his shtick, dude. Like, and it works well. Yeah.
But he looks so good. He's such a well-dressed man all the time. Even when he's got a t-shirt on, he's probably tucks it in. He probably tucks his t-shirts.
But like, it's such a kind, like, gosh, man, he just wants to please
drummer.
Everyone.
He's a sick drummer. And to know that he plays in so many bands that I grew up listening to when I was a teenager. I mean, DI, I never saw them back in the day, but I have their stuff.
Adolescence.
Horse. I never listened to that. I missed them. I mean, I heard their songs on compilations, but I never owned a whole Adolescence album. But DI fights dark.
That one that you got, I got to take that from you.
Well, that's the only one I own because our good friend, the captain, not the captain, the Cardinal, sent that to me. That's the only reason I have that. Cardinal Sin, rest in peace.
Because I have the promo.
I mean, I like it, but I never.
That's a great album. It is a great album. Because
the way we discovered music back then was so random, basically.
Yeah. Well, and territorial. Like, the only reason I found certain things out was because I went down to see you.
No bow tie that night. See, I don't know. I don't think he does that thing with other bands. He wore a germ shirt. Yeah, typically he's in t-shirts with those other bands. But that would be funny if he just took it as his own brand. Like, But I think maybe Stan would be upset if he dressed like the Dickies drummer with other bands too, because that's the Dickies thing, you know.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't know if Stan has control over Adam's persona and his likeness, but he might.
It all depends on the contract.
He might own it. Hey, I don't think we did a second shot like we were going. Did we?
Oh, okay.
Even if we did, I have more of this to drink, so I got to get rid of it.
Yeah, we did not, and I'm not eager to.
Now, midlife crisis rants. I probably would not agree with you. I'm not as big a fan as the Toy Dolls music, as I am of the Dickies music. I like every single
Dickies
recorded or played live, every one of them. But Toy Dolls, not so much. But I know that one of the Toy Dolls played with the Dickies for a minute. What was his name? If somebody said his name, I would know. He's the probably the most famous guy of the Toy Dolls. He's got an interesting, funny name. But the Toy Dolls were a little bit too tongue-in-cheek funny for me, or like maybe too overtly funny, like comedy. I don't know. Something about it was a little too cartoony for my taste at the time. Dickies was just the right amount of cartoony for me. But yeah, what was that guy's name in the Toy Dolls that played with them?
I mean, in my opinion, how can you not love Leonard's voice? It's like,
no. Well, that
it just, I need more.
That and you know, Dead Kennedy's Jello Biafra. Those voices.
Yes. I mean, yeah.
Olga. That's it. Olga. Yeah. So we just, I mean, those bands touched us differently, but I never, like, nobody ever handed me a Toy Dolls record when I was a kid and said, check this out. My friends just didn't have it. I probably heard them on compilations, kind of like the Adolescence kind of thing. But Dickies was something I discovered at a thrift store. I got their first album at a thrift store, Tim, 65 cents.
Yeah, I know. We talked about this, and like, I was jealous because I think he found the first 3 albums at thrift stores.
Yeah, but then right after that, a year after I found those albums and I was totally into them, I discovered this band that way. I couldn't believe it. Then I realized, oh, I've heard this song on a comp. And then I realized, oh my God, they're playing the Milestone. It was June or July 88. And I went there and I got to meet Stan and Leonard and I got to give them a Rabid Salesman album and almost got my eye poked out in the slam pit. It was great. I thought I was blind in one eye for about half the show. But if I would have had a camera, I would have taken pictures, but I didn't own a camera back then. Yeah, Olga, that's the guy. Yeah. Anyway, cheers, everybody. We have about 15 minutes.
Oh, shoot.
And we will still do noise streams next year, but the same rules apply. I've got to have a certain number of people on the stream to do it. Toy Dolls shine live, not on record. Yeah, okay. That's probably, yeah, okay. I got you. But their lyrical content and everything still, I just can't match up to the Dickies.
I'm not even familiar with them, but love me, Dickie.
Cheers, middle life. Hey, thanks for your banter, buddy. Mm-hmm.
Cheers, y'all.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
You know, after not drinking for a couple weeks or whatever it's been, it's tastes like poison.
I mean, I would say it's 7 to 8 days, Mike.
7 to 8 days, 2 weeks, month, 7 to 8 days, whatever it's been. It's more than a year. More than most of my friends can say, and it does taste more like poison if you wait that long. But
it does.
I like that my tolerance has gone down. I like that. Spend less money on a buzz. You know, it all makes sense. Now, let me make sure. Look, all that shit is crossed off the list. That is beautiful. Don't forget whiz bang stuff coming to the stream. Stuff that will be part of every live stream going forward. It's going to be great. And Tim's going to be in full force. Pardon me. Now, before we go, you guys, because a lot of you guys here are people that have come to streams for a long time, at least for a year or so. Tell me one thing about the streams that I typically do from home. One thing that you completely like a lot and don't want me to get rid of at all. I mean, any segment of the show that I don't want to put it that way because I'm not really thinking about getting rid of anything per se. I'm just trying to figure out people's favorite segments of this what we call a show or a therapy session or
Well, and I'm going to interject also, please. If there's something that you don't like,
No, I don't want to go with the negative. No, that's
no.
what I'm trying to avoid. I want to know what people are like. I don't want to do
Okay. If there's a negative, y'all,
there's
can
not.
you, and
We're
you
not asking for a negative.
I would love if
Narrative
you
is not negative. The narrative is not going to be anything to do
no,
with the
but
word.
did you hear I was turning it around?
Because you said negative. You got to reword
No,
it. You just got to reword it.
Well, I that's what I was doing. That's what I was saying. It's like
statement had the word negative in it. Now
it
you got
would
to
be amazing if you could do this. It's like so that would be.
No, we don't want to fly in the sky. We want to see you breathe fire. No, that's dumb.
All right, y'all.
You're going to get into people's like fantasies at that point, and then it's just, what are we talking about? We're talking about non-realistic stuff. But positives are my favorite. What is Tim drinking? It's green. That's the blood of dark angels.
Oh no, the glass is green.
Play your favorite Christmas song. Well, that would probably get me into some copyright stuff. I mean, honestly, one of people's least favorite Christmas songs I kind of like, that Paul McCartney. I don't know if it's Paul
McCartney. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
It's so saccharine. I love it.
Yeah, it is that.
Positive, my favorite.
What?
Tim, I meant. Yeah, I get you, Hector. I got you. Toy dog. Yeah, cheers. Yeah. I sadly missed most of the live streams and listen afterwards because all the time doing like you to play more music. Well, we can't play music because that gets in the YouTube is not friendly with playing other people's music.
But Mike, remember you were starting to do that on a separate.
I was only playing stuff that I knew pretty much wasn't going to get copyright stricken, but I still got bit a couple of times. Even by stuff like local bands, like I thought it wouldn't give me any trouble, but it did. I just can't deal with the trouble of the. It's just not worth my time to do a stream and then have it taken down because one song I played.
Yeah,
I have thought of doing something like this where maybe I have a members only stream of some kind where it's not really out on public. It's just a personal Zoom stream or something that we do that's not online.
And then there'd be no restrictions on what
I'm just playing music to my friends, right?
Yeah,
I could do that, right? But I don't know if there's enough call for that. I don't want to do that for 5 or 10 people every.
No, hell no. I mean,
so there'd have to be enough call for that. But I love playing music for people, and I love playing music that I feel like I'm hipping people to, new stuff. But man, it's just too risky on YouTube. But we do like making noise here. We can't get racked for that. I know. Well, it's a popular Christmas song. Now, if I thought long and hard, I could probably think of other Christmas songs. I mean, I love Fear's song, Fuck Christmas. It's a great song. But as far as a stereotypical Christmas song, that Paul McCartney one. DJ Trish, what's happening? I'm glad you showed up at the last minute here, at least. DJ Trish, don't miss next Thursday's stream, January 2nd, DJ Trish. First stream of 2025. Lots of new things going on in the channel. New little, I like to call them whiz bangs. New little whiz bangs, little things,
nuances
to make the evening a little more therapeutic and a little more fun. And Tim probably has some surprises. I'm not sure. He's always got something up his sleeve or
always got
pants or something. He's always reaching around something down there. So we're gonna hope that you show up and everybody else, because we are also, DJ Trish, doing the drawing for the prizes. All right, for the Side Chatters first and last prizes. So show on up there. And like I said, footage coming soon. Cool Keith in April. Venom Incorporated, I'll have that probably by the 15th of January. That'll be up. And I don't think I have anything planned between now and the time I go to LA. So I'm laying low, even New Year's Eve, laying low, getting work done, and then going to LA first week of January. But January 2nd, that's going to be fun. I'm going to be here. We're going to stream. It's going to be fun. I could see it being more than 2 hours of fun if people want that to happen, but it's going to be fun.
And noise.
I promise. Hey, I'm down for noise always. I have so many cool little tapes that I bought lately that I haven't been able to use for noise. I really want to, but none of our noise people showed up at all. I mean, Jeff was here earlier, but And by the way,
And I have like record samples that for noise too, and I've never had that.
I know. I'd like to get back into that, but I want to especially thank people who watch the replay on this. I do notice that those numbers get added to the views of the stream after I post it. So thank you for watching on the replay. We do appreciate that. I know there's a certain magic for being live sometimes, but we really appreciate you watching the replay. And like I said, comments on this video, if there's a particular one that I fancy, I will pin it to the top, and you'll know that your name is going to be in the drawing for this coming January 2nd. Anything that happens between now and January 2nd, yep, that's going to be in the January 2nd drawing. So don't forget, kids, lots of cool stuff going down. And for the last 8 minutes, Tim, what do you think? What's your vote? What do you want to do?
Dude, like, I mean, what do they want?
Oh, Dead Wax. Buddy.
I can't read it. Read it.
Dead Wax. I'm sorry you're under the weather. I think I have what you have, a congestion cold kind of thing, coughing and stuff. I had that for 2.5 days. Anyway, I need your mailing address. I emailed you, Dead Wax, to see if your address was the same. If it's the same, just say it's the same, and I'll send it to the same address. But I've been trying to send you this cult CD, my friend, and you don't need to worry about sending me anything in return. I just want to get it to you. Oh, Jeff Young is still here. Okay, cool. Slade, okay, cool. Yeah, fashionably late. Yeah, for sure. DJ Trish, that's very kind of you to say. I'm not, but that's very kind of you to say. That's very kind. Well, look, Trish, next Thursday is going to be way more fun. I promise. Me and some other people have been working really hard on it. Everybody loves Ann and noise, okay? Dead Wax, but I think you're probably not sleeping too much, but you're probably sleeping exactly as, yeah, same. Dead Wax, I slept for 2.5 days, and then it was gone for the most part, But yeah, you'll get through it, buddy. Drink a lot of liquids. Just make sure you're peeing all the time, dude. Make sure you're peeing all the time. Guar's version of Jingle. I haven't heard the Guar Christmas song yet. Hard on it. Dead Wax, just let me know if your address is still the same as it was years ago. It probably
Randy,
is.
send your address.
No, I have his address. I just need to make sure it's the same, right? I mean,
just send it to what you got, and
I'll just send it. Yeah, same. That's what I needed Dead Wax for. Got it. All right, cool. And Dead Wax, just know that I will get that cherry bomb thing signed for you next time I go to Charlotte, because she had to bail last time I went because she got sick with probably what we have. Same. Okay, Dead Wax. Got it, buddy. And Dead Wax, you're going to be in the drawing next Thursday, January 2nd. This is when we're doing the drawing for the prizes. I know that your name is in there at least once. So
I think more than
Dead Wax, did you see the prizes? Dead Wax, I'm showing 2 of the prizes. Each one of these will be in a different prize pack. So this one will be in the last chatters. The last chatters, which I think you were probably the last chatter at least once. Chrome, reissue of Red Exposure on the beautiful Futurismo Records, who is our sponsor this year. And then the first chatters, Severed Heads, Bad Mood Guy reissue on Futurismo. Really cool stuff. So January 2nd, you got to be here. You got to be here to win. Okay. Whoa. Fuck, I almost tripped over all this shit on the floor. You got to be here to win, guys. You cannot. Nathaniel Mars, hi. Positive, same as it ever was. Look where my mind was. Time isn't holding up. Should only be there one time. I don't know. But one time is good, because that may be the time you need to win those records. And there'll be other stuff with those records. The prize packs don't stop with those, believe me. But that's a start, right? Yeah, I'm agreeing. Anything with Throbbing Gristle, Genesis P. Orridge related, I can convince myself to get into it, even if I'm not feeling it at that moment. I can convince myself, except for Hamburger Lady. That takes a little effort. Greetings from Maz. HNY, what does that stand for? I forgot. Huge nipple yelp. I heard a huge nipple yelp from that boy. Kepler, that's really geeky, whatever that is. Kepler 22H, whatever that is. Is that a Doctor Who reference or some shit? What the hell is it? Okay, now Burnbots, pontificating about this, also unrelated, but I'm watching a documentary on Phil Spector. Oh, I like those kind of documentaries, music stuff. I've been watching a lot about the White family, Tim. You know, Jesco White, the dancing outlaw.
Oh, yeah.
There's all kinds of documentaries and videos on that family, and it's the Jackass production people, you know, Jackass, that show. They did a movie called The Wild Wonderful Whites that's on YouTube. Oh my God, dude. It's nuts. It's nuts. But yeah, kind of addicted to that. Guy's apparently a complete nutcase. Well, rock and roll, you know, it happens. Is a habitable planet very, very far. Yeah, geeky. Well, like just as I expected. That's uber geek information there. Hey, so yeah, Nathaniel, Mr. Mars, thanks for stopping by. We're gonna wind this down in the next 3 minutes. Oh wait, Michael, I love when you do needle drops. But see, it's too hard for me to technically manage a live microphone feed and dropping needles. Usually, when I'm dropping needles, I just put the phone. But this is all a different thing with the music coming in. You know, dropping needles is for videos and not for live streams, really, because those needle drop videos, they're not first takes. The first needle drop or two could be the needle skipping across the record and me cursing about it. So it's not really something that's always real. That sounds like a baby choking on his own diarrhea to me. I've never heard a baby choke on its own diarrhea, but that dog, which is supposed to be a cute thing, sounded like a human baby choking on its own warm diarrhea. And I don't want to hear that in my life. Now, Tim gets off on that kind of sound because Ohio damage breeds all kinds of weird shit. But I don't like to hear human babies choking on vomit. I mean, although I know,
but you know you need it.
It's not about need necessarily. It's kind of a want. All right, you guys. There's a laughing thing that Adrian posted. I love the dark.
Oh, he hasn't stopped.
Now, first burn bot. I thought you said I love the dork documentaries. Now, look, there's a lot of dark out there. You can find dark wherever you want. But it's if there was an actual Boswell Sisters documentary, there's a trailer out there that's pretty good. But if there was an actual Boswell Sisters one, that would be one where you would find all kinds of light energy amongst the darkest story, you know.
Hey, Mike, I on that note, I gave my father a Christmas card that I meant to give last year. But anyways, it was a Christmas card from the Boswell sisters. Each one signed it, and it was sent to one of our family members. And it was the year my father was born. He was like blown away.
Proof or it didn't happen.
Oh yeah, see.
Mikey Bananas has something good to say about babies and diarrhea. I've got a WAV file of a baby choking on diarrhea. I'll send it your way.
He needs it, man. He needs it.
That's for bath time. When I'm relaxing bath time,
yes.
That's when those things get put. The critters are awesome too. Documentaries are amazing. Is this the music being played right now? Brothel in Baghdad. Ryan Dude. That's awesome. All right. Hey, thank you. Vanilla Gorilla. Thank you for showing up. Now, you guys don't miss January 2nd. I promise you, we're going to laugh. We're going to celebrate all kinds of cool stuff. You want to talk about positive energy? January 2nd. Don't miss it. All right, Tim, it's 9:00.
You know it. Do you know where your children are?
How many are you going to sing as I'm drinking this beer and as we end this stream?
Oh.
I want to believe that came out of your ass and just go ahead and sing.
Come on, Benny. Sing it, Benny. Come on.
Rely on the dog. This is your job, Tim.
Damn.
I'm going to sing. I'm going to drink. We're going to end the stream. Don't forget to try to be right.
Not a clue what to do.
You're for it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to, while I drink a beer because Tim is muting dumb and deaf, and he's got all kinds of Ohio damage, guys. Okay, Tim, see you later.
Good night, all.
I can't even. Tim, sing a song. His life is music. I'm gonna sing. Oh, I guess I'll sing a few lyrics of something I've been listening to a lot lately, and nobody likes it but me, but that's okay. It's the new Blink 182 album. I can't stop listening to it. I'm going to sing just a little lyric here. What do I want to do? Huh? We're going over about a minute, but don't worry about it. I got to think of a lyric because Tim left me dry. Okay, here. Okay, here we go. This is from the song You Talk Too Much. Shut up, you talk too much, you talk too much, you talk too much. Shut up, you talk too much, you talk too much, you talk too much.